I don't get out much anymore. All my friends are like married. And, a lot of people see a wedding as this great union of two people's love. But I've been to a lot of weddings, and most of them I find to be more like going away parties. I show up, they get me hammered, and then I wake up the next morning, and they are gone, and they're not part of my life anymore. They move on to picket fences and 401ks, and not me, basically. But they come back, right? They're your friends. They come back. They always come back, right? They come back, but it's like 6 months, 9 months later, they call you up. They're like, hey, it's your friend. Do you want to hang out? And I'm like, yeah, my friend's back. Let's hang out. They're like, okay, cool, because we're going to play Jenga. All right, well, then lose my number because we weren't that good of friends. I don't have to play Jenga. I didn't get married. Do you guys like playing Jenga? I don't. I don't know if you understand the way that Jenga works, but basically it's the stack of blocks. There's a stack of blocks, and each player takes a block out. You go back and forth, taking blocks out, until one of them bashes their skull into the wall because they don't want to play that game anymore. It's horrible. It's boring. That's what my friends are. They're all having kids too, right? That's what happens. At that point, at the point where they want to play Jenga and no one else wants to play with them, that's when they decide, hey, why don't we have some kids, right? Right? They realize this is not a problem. Our friends won't hang out with us. We're a couple. We can just make a person that legally has to hang out with us. They have to get a lawyer if they want to stop playing Jenga. Let's see them do that. They don't even know what a lawyer is. I have friends too. They're having a hard time coming up with names for their children, which is, I think that's signal number one. You shouldn't be having kids. My buddy's like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure out a name. I can't figure one out. And I'm like, have you realized that you've met people before and they have names? You can use any of them, frankly. I don't own my name. You can use it. He went out and bought a book of baby names. You don't need to buy a book of baby names. They deliver books of baby names to our doorstep every 6 months in a plastic bag. It's called a phone book. It is just a book full of baby names and pizza coupons if you want. When was the last time you looked up a phone number in the phone book? I think I was 8. I don't know. My friend wanted to give his little girl a special name, which is a mistake. You don't do that. He came up with one. He called me up. He's like, hey, we came up with a name. We think we're going to name her Infinity. What do you think about that? I'm like, you don't live on the Enterprise, idiot. That's what I think. He's like, well, we think that if we name her Infinity, that'll be her limit, right? It's symbolic of what her limits will be. I'm like, you name her Infinity, her limit is going to be a stripper pole. That's what it's going to be.